Earlier tonight, I just rewatched a very disturbing film that at this point, after three watches, since it released in 2018, I consider this a near masterpiece. And that is Lars von Trier's The House That Jack Built, starring Matt Dillon. We have Uma Thurman in here, Jeremy Davies, Bruno Gans, who plays Verge or Vergil. If anyone's not familiar with Lars von Trier's work, I've only seen maybe four movies of his Depression trilogy, as it's called. His film Antichrist from 2008, I think it's 2008, with Willem Dafoe and Charlotte Gainsbourg, who's in all three of the films in his Depression trilogy. His next movie after that was Melancholia with Kirsten Dunst. And then we had Nymphomaniac with Gainsbourg playing a woman who spills her story of being a fucking whore. That's basically it in a nutshell. All three movies are excellent films and they are works of art. These are very avant-garde type movies that Trier makes. There's one other that I saw, the one with Bjork. I don't remember really anything from that, but this movie, The House That Jack Built, for those who haven't seen it, it is one of, in my opinion, one of the best dives into the mind of a psychopath, serial killer, and narcissist.
You're Mr. Sophistication, aren't you?
Wasn't there something about you building a house? Wasn't Jack going to build a house?
Man, I didn't get very far.
We have Jack, who the entire movie is framed where he's talking to a man named Vergil, who he calls Verge, and there's a lot of references to Dante's Inferno throughout this whole movie. So Jack ends up recounting 5 different incidents out of the 60 or so people that he has murdered.
I will tentatively divide my tale into 5 randomly chosen incidents over a 12-year period.
So the movie's cut into these incidents or chapters with an epilogue, and each one of these incidents is a very disturbing murder, usually of a woman, one case in a very fucked up scene, which I put up there with David Fincher's Zodiac, the scene where the couple is killed by the Zodiac killer. That's another one of the most disturbing scenes in a movie like this. It's even more disturbing in Zodiac because it's true events. This movie's not. But man, the scene with the kids and the mother, it is so bleak.
George doesn't seem to have much of an appetite. Perhaps he'd like some of that pie. You know, when I was a boy, I never got enough pie. Why don't you do as I say and give the youngster a little piece of pie? It's as if I have no say in the matter.
And throughout the movie, Jack tries to rationalize and justify his killings as artwork. He's a failed engineer, always wanted to be an architect.
I'm an architect.
You're an architect?
I'm not?
This movie is not for everyone. Let me say that right up front if it wasn't apparent already. Just like all of Trier's work that I've seen. Very controversial. There's a lot of disturbing imagery, very brutal kills. It's just a perfect dive into the mind of a serial killer. So if you love serial killer films and true crime stuff, even though again this isn't based on any true events, it has that serial killer true crime feel to it, but it is a very weird film. Like I said, almost avant-garde. There's a lot of montages which are excellently done. We have David Bowie's Fame that's used throughout the movie at different points, that it becomes almost the theme song for Jack's character. There's a pianist who's playing all these random piano pieces throughout the film, all different pieces of artwork and stuff that are shown while we hear voiceover dialogue and the conversations between Jack and Vergil. The editing is brilliant. Everything about this movie, the first time I saw it, I thought it was a very graphic, very disturbing, very, very well made film. Then I rewatched it maybe about 6 months ago, and I said to myself, this movie is much better than I remember it being. This is an excellent film. And now, after this last watch, yeah, this is a near masterpiece for me. It is a long movie. It's about 2 hours and 30 something minutes. And there is a director's cut, an uncut version, and there is a censored version that's missing like 2 minutes, which is mostly just lingering shots on kills and aftermath and dead bodies, stuff like that. It doesn't change the plot in any way or the structure, the narrative, nothing like that. The dialogue's all the same. It's just missing some of the more disturbing visual imagery. But I do highly recommend seeing the full uncut director's cut, which it's on lookmovie.com, and I think you can rent it on YouTube. It's called The House That Jack Built, the director's cut. It is on Tubi, but just know it is the censored version. And also Matt Dillon's performance. I was never a huge fan of his. He's in some fun things like There's Something About Mary, but I never really got into him as an actor. His fucking performance in this movie is unbelievable. He is so convincing.
And then there was a door to another room, which I never managed to open.
A fucking neurotic, riddled with obsessive compulsions and a pathetic dream of something greater.
May I, come in?
I'd like to see a police badge.
Well, so would I. Unfortunately, that today is going to be a bit of a problem. Now, I can tell by your expression that you think it's a bad thing that I don't have my police badge on me.
Right.
Well, I'm here to tell you that it's a good thing for the police department. And I'm not going to lie to you, okay? It also happens to be a good thing for me on a personal level.
Completely unhinged, a complete narcissist, sociopath, and he turns into a fucking depraved serial killer who tries justifying, as I said, all of his killings as artwork. There's some dark humor in here, a lot of it actually, and Dillon does an excellent job selling all of that too. All the performances in this movie are excellent, but that is The House That Jack Built from 2018. Definitely check it out if it all sounds appealing to you and it doesn't sound like it'll scar you for life.
Help! Yes! Help! There's a murderer in the building! It's Mr. Sophistication!